Or jungle Gens?
I think it's Mickey Gragas.
Do you think it's Mickey Gragas?
His famous Gragas support, one of his all-time favorite champions to play in the support role.
Living in 2017, apparently, yeah.
Well, I mean, the most successful champions, it's a champion that he always manages to find impact on, and we really saw it yesterday as Elyoya is looking to draw first blood.
Time gets move speed, but flashing into a stun and in from upset, launching in his super, and a barrier will come, but it'll do nothing. First blood to Elyoya in game one.
Really nice early carry matchup. Vi is now hovering towards the bot side of the map with Elyoya looking for a repeat gank.
I mean, this repeat gank is going to hurt. As I said, Upset has absolutely nothing to jump in. And a satchel charge. Upset about to die again. Super gets the kill this time. Mickey's up for a kill as well, and they give the second one to the Legend AD carry, and MKOI are blitzing the bot lane.
MKOI are smashing the ball of MKOI so often when it comes to these late game team fights. And Fnatic now, sure they will get the dragon, which is a nice little bit for themselves.
The home field advantage will give them that edge of focus. They already find themselves with a 1.4k gold lead. Dragon is spawning in about a minute's time. That pressure is moving towards the bot side as Fnatic threatening a dive.
On the Mirwin, the wave is up for grabs. He wants to clear it all, but Poby coming in to help the dive. The miss of the ulti from Mirwin and hit into a wall. Poby takes the kill, and Mickey helps the dive with the tank.
And that's a little silly mistake from Mirwin there. He could have ended up backing away.
Yeah.
Wasted time from Razork not realizing he's been spotted.
It's a good entry into this game for the Dragon, especially, or rather second Dragon, as Cowman starts ringing the bell. High noon Alistar. What is the problem? Oh, flash Razork, instant dive, and a bomber in. Now the Super's up there, he buffers. A body slam now used, and a buster shot as well. Upset gets in range, flash away from Super. Upset running in to get the kill, helped out by Razork, but it's a trade. Fnatic used everything to kill this Tristana. And now as Mickey runs away, he's trampled, he's stunned. Great body slam, gets him out of dodge. 80 carries both in the dirt after the play.
Great response from Elyoya as Poby goes underneath the tower. Maybe he stepped too far. He's forced to flash away.
Jojo matches though, sends a rock out. Man is getting low seismic, shoving Poby's down. Jojo's back.
That was huge from Jojo on the play.
MKOI using that pressure to spread between mid, spread between bot. They control the rift, but have they gone too deep by themselves? Alvaro says not. He pops Razork away. Elyoya with the damage. Poby comes in to save the day. Exploits a Carskin. Poby's ulti was cancelled, but Razork is deep, and Super's firing away with lethal tempo. Shoves are looking good this game as well to give Jojo his due on top.
The wall from Jojo was spectacular, arriving at just the right time to allow for KOI to win out on another skirmish. And we said this from the draft, with a composition like this with Taliyah Pantheon, it's very much about looking for fights.
Which is just about to spawn, and that's going to be the next focus point. And Oscarinen still in trouble.
An angle, a great one from Alvaro. Oscarinen might think he's tanky, but not against three. Alvaro will sneak it away as this Alistar has been everywhere.
For Alvaro, I mean, this jungle support combo is working beautifully in this game. 8-2 the scoreline. Fnatic is doing what they can, but again, Alvaro shows up to protect his top laner. It feels like that Fnatic is already out of options as Jojo is running rampant on the side lane.
We haven't seen Fnatic outside of 1 or 2 games actually be able to pull off this execute dive comp. And so far, the expectations to his last performance by far. 40 CS lead, 2k gold lead. MKOI are going to grow that gold lead for themselves as well as they get localized gold towards
mid.
mid.
Are going their way as well. Fnatic just don't have a way to force MKOI to play their game.
I mean, KOI is playing insanely clean right now. The way that they focused the bot side of the map very early on, the way they've rotated Super and Alvaro around to keep pressure up everywhere. I mean, they've
tried
gone
to find something on Oscarinen, but he survives.
But it is Fnatic having to cede space as Mickey, he's on the wrong side, and here's the TP from Jojo.
He wanted to flank this Elyoya, even ultis in and dead, and an instant Super with Infinity Edge just makes him meat.
Silly positioning there.
As long as MKOI can keep this slow burn, it's exactly what their game plan wants.
Fnatic, meanwhile, it's playing around this vision, isn't it? Mirwin walking in, fog of war, Razork sets it up, Poby's going to ulti in, but Mirwin only just at the edge. Is Mirwin dead? The big question, Razork re-engaged in the whole of MKOI lineup. A weird ulti from Mirwin, but ignore that because Alvaro finds 2. Over the wall, Poby runs for his life while Super jumps in, but El Presidente is now down. He ran in without the security guard. Jojo's isolated. Good pop-up from Alvaro again, but now the Oscar Renan's here. He'll get a shutdown. Elyoya also isolated. Mickey's dealing with Jojo. Elyoya helps finish that one as well. The Upset also dies. It was a close call, but I think MKOI can breathe a sigh of relief.
A very scary moment indeed. I really just want to give a shout out to Jojo and Elyoya. Obviously, so many resources were invested into Super in this early game. Just as I say that, Jojo, I have Caster cursed him. Oh, never mind. He's just going to turn that around.
Brings Elyoya's ult in as well. Pops his own onto Jojo. Tries to take him out, but with the Pantheon there, it's too much.
Perhaps a Caster blessing for the first time in history. Because it's that duo that really has been standout for me in this game. Jojo's just incredible laning has amassed trying to react to what Fnatic was doing on the map. But KOI, as you were saying earlier, Dagda, fast pace, and they're looking for another fight once again.
Chovy, he's in the middle of nowhere, gets helped out by Razork, but he gets sent to the air. Unavailable to move! Super doesn't even get ulted in the end as Razork is down. MKOI 5 versus 4, a Baron up in 55, Razork in 35. I love these points on the early game that Movistar KOI punished them so much more than KC could. They didn't get to scale, they didn't get these 1-2 items on things like the Kaiser, on the Galio as well, on that full dive. Alvaro gets tagged out. That soul is up for MKOI next as Elyoya finds Chovy in the target, but Upset flies in the shield, blocks everything, but Elyoya is isolated. He flushes over the wall, he gets out. Redemption to heal only Mickey up, but Fnatic have a window, have a chance. Jumping into Alvaro, Oscar Renan, he's in the middle of it all. Flush from Razork, sets up Chovy's ult from afar, hits no one. Onto Jojo, he's going to be sent into the middle as Upset takes him down. KOI, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, Nealon says it's okay, it's not over yet. Razork jumps in, Super runs out, he flashes out, lethal tempo, double kill, wait, Super, oh my freaking god! He could have carried there, but now we've only got Elyoya, we've got Oscar Renan into the midst of it, Razork just trying Elyoya, soloing them all, misses the spear, Oscar's close to running back in, but Razork running through slide, it's 2 versus 1, but why do I think Elyoya can win this? Jumping in, to win it. That is the Jungle King of Madrid!
Elyoya saves it at the very end of the fight!
He's in a position where Oscar Renan can keep Mirren off the back line. Fnatic need to make that miracle happen again, but Alvaro going all in.
Oh, and Oscar not as tanky as he thought. Mirren catches him by the tail. The Demon Gorgon is down, and MKOI have a 5v4.
Beautiful engage from Alvaro, and now they have the numbers advantage. Razork trying to find him. He's on the red buff. It's going to be very difficult for him to get in as Alvaro acting as gatekeeper.
Unbreakable will flash from Alvaro, gets a good pulverize. Seismic shot doesn't connect Razork on the back line, but can't find a pathway into the Baron. It ain't no 50-50. It's MKOI's 100% success around Baron for this game.
Any small glimmers out game 1.
MKOI. There were slight jitters at that last Dragon fight, but this has been clinical. It has been slow, it has been methodical, it has been patient, and it has been crushing for the Fnatic fans, as now the base will crumble alongside them.
It's been an interesting charade, at least for Fnatic in this first game. One moment only, but MKOI, they have been the daddies. If you want to take it to the argument, Jojo sent in, but nothing done. Fnatic to defend this seems so difficult right now as top inhibitor's going to drop. Who's with him?
Question is this a famous Sven flank, or is this a flank that could change everything?
Razork
they found Jojo.
Alvaro's by himself, but MKOI taking away the turret. Okay, they jump into Jojo, but he goes golden. He buys time. Chovy's entrance does nothing. Elyoya runs in as well. They find one, and MKOI have Super at full health, full ego, fully standing. He'll clear the right side of the fight while Chovy dies on the left. When you thought Fnatic could come back to this game, where were you? It was one moment and one only, as MKOI are in front of a home crowd. It's Madrid, baby! Why the hell would they not beat down the foreign competition?
Fnatic thought their colossal composition was enough, but they stand before a Spanish.
The long-range engage. The last time we saw this Nocturne come through from Fnatic, it was very much centered around this kind of Nocturne-Rakan combo, where
the early stages.
In Fog of War, in darkness, fear spreads. Oscar Renan with no summoners. Is this where he could be dead? Elyoya is coming in. He has no knock-up, though. A Searing Charge out of there. They want to do some damage. Flashing, full committal, overheating, burning down. Nealon's heat is stronger for first blood.
But again, it's Elyoya kind of dictating the pace of this early stages. and it needs to be on Fnatic now to find some way to take him down.
Again, by the way, dictating early game on a champion that has less dictation in early game. Fate is sealed onto Chovy at level 6, won't be able to do a thing. Jojo hit what he needed, and Elyoya was there when he needed to lead. And probably going to minimize a little bit more. Once again, we already highlighted Elyoya with the assist, CS gold, but that rumble in a great spot as we're tunneling in. Call the Forge God at max range. Razork and Oscarinin on the same page.
Fnatic finding something back. They call it back into this game.
You know what Finn told me the other day? He's like, you know, if a tank can get to like 20 minutes and have 160, 170 CS, I think Duanby said they're having a good time, right? But you're right, it's that little bit lower in the threshold. It is all that attention that Oscarinen's had it. Let's see how relevant he becomes in the mid-game. As by the way, MKOI just picked up 2 grubs out of 1. Razork's getting invaded on now that he's level 7. No relevance in the level, just wanted to let you know that he is above Elyoya. So Elyoya's trying to get in the way. He comes over in his shadow. Alvaro on the way as well. Cyclone out. Razork trying to bide his time. He's got help though. But Fnatic, a dove on. Great engage from Alvaro. Jojo gets the ult, but misses it. Upset, sends the feathers out. And as Jojo's there, he still gets through to take the turret shot from Narnia. Okay, comes back out of the wardrobe. Jojo's okay.
Good aggression from KOI as they realized that Razork, isolated in his jungle, was an easy target.
A little bit of pressure and just giving Chovy that little edge of reason to push further under the turret. Razork, meanwhile, trading on the other side of the map. Call the Forge God. He's going to get a flash out of Mirwin, but the lights go off. Now, no target found. Razork just quickly blinks, turns around. Meanwhile, top goes through. I feel like it's like Daddy's Home if you've seen the Will Ferrell movie with Mark Wahlberg. This feels like the second one, where Oscarinin has to burst his stepfather as well, and Elyoya making sure he gets everything down in this bot lane in congregation with it. That's the first dragon of the game, by the way. Fate sealed, misses onto Chovy. Alvaro coming in for the engage. Jojo takes a bit of a walloping. It's a good shattering strike, but Chovy stays alive, gets the push, and continues to flourish.
Chovy doing a great
job.
Got
to play for himself in the mid lane as well, just before this happens. So this is where, again, Fnatic just kind of using that map pressure.
Turning into a dive, turning into a dive. Paranoia, the lights are off. Shockwave only finds one. A Fate seal to get out of it. A nice magnet storm, but will it be enough? Jojo, and meanwhile, Chovy goes down to a turret, will still die. Razork for the chase. Alvaro's up next. There's an exhaust from Razork's like, how do I get out of this? The answer is, you're done. Super comes up for his first kill of the game, while Mickey's on the great escape, but Alvaro is on a horse, and it's unfair for the bird person. The flash, Mickey responds thusly, forward to the Valkyrie, and super duper back on the board big.
A dive goes horribly wrong for Fnatic.
Super, so many more resources. We were just talking about upset, keeping track, keeping up, getting plating, and keeping on bar with where Super is in the second game, but MKOI now have a Corki that's got a gigantic lead for what the comparison was before. They've also got a top problem. They've now got a Rift Herald problem as Alvaro continues to zone out. And Jojo, with Wave being neutralized, is going to help get in and make sure that MKOI get this. Fnatic are coming in to challenge, but Mickey misses the engage. Herald's already gone. The Paranoia in. The Shockwave is a good nuke, but where's the damage yet? Running forward at DGC, it comes with upset, all on one target. Now on the next, Alvaro onto his horse, re-engages, Magnet Storm's huge! The feathers though, they fly high. Elyoya has no escape, the quickness from Mickey, interrupted! MKOI thought they could turn and burn, but Fnatic, they learn!
The re-engage from
Fnatic, trying to get something back once the objective had already fallen, felt desperate. But they turn it into 4 kills, 2 towers, and now...
No first item completed for Jojo. You're kind of scrambling for some of these items as well across the board. This is where 5k that's about to increase as Chovy finishes off this tower. Gold lead is huge. And when this is the focal point of the composition for Fnatic, strong right now. But I'm always a bit nervous of Fnatic around this objective.
Absolutely, but it's also one of those things where looking at Adakon on the top side, Oscar.
He's slowed down. Electro Harpoon flash in with a Cyclone as well. Now, meanwhile, there's tension going on top because Adakon will be started, but it's at the cost of Oscar's life. He truly is a weak-side team in this game. But as he goes back down into the abyss, Fnatic, this trade worth about 3,000 gold. I think they'll still call worth.
An absolute worthwhile trade, and I think KOI ultimately did do the smart thing, because I think they're on the same wavelength that we are, that Fnatic want to actually try and force a fight here, and they don't feel strong enough.
Wait, all in, what, upset, waiting, he thinks he can get the Feather Storm, he gets it, but in the end, upset is gonna die. You're playing in the weak middle of the map as Razork runs in as well, get the trade. Deer saves his life, but he flashes away. What?
It's
What
the
happened?
delayed data counter! It's the delayed!
What does it all mean?
The first thing that I was surprised by, I have to whether or not he wants that slightly more defensive itemization at the threat of a dive. You can already see the damage.
God.
The damage is good.
Yeah. I think it's just the way I see.
Just small little interaction there. The Horizon Focus actually providing vision onto Elyoya and the small vicinity, meaning that stealth has ways for Fnatic to counterplay it. Fnatic really testing the limits here in the enemy jungle. Look at Mickey's flank.
The TP as well, they want upset.
They do, but he has ulti available. He has also got Flash and Ghost. TP going to be burned. Fnatic, this is deep, but Mickey's on the other side
Everyone's
of it.
TPing in.
Are running away.
Top tower's now exposed.
And there's no one there. This is easily taken. How far can they take it further?
Well, it looks like MKOI want to try and counterpunch in the mid-wave, so how far do Fnatic want to go? The wave doesn't exist, so MKOI, they trade tower for tower. So at the end of the day, TP for TP, tower for tower.
This just completing your item. No Infinity Edge yet for upset, but Mickey acting as gatekeeper.
Alvaro is there over the wall. He's got an exhaust, not a smite. Mirwin finally going to get involved in the fight at 5k. Turns the lights off to burn down the Baron. He turns it for a kill. Smite out. Fnatic turns to engage in the shockwave. Super's caught. Flushes out. The exhaust won't save his life. Alvaro with a good engage, but their numbers down. Here's Mirwin to burn down. Flush away. Upsets alive into the redemption. He's okay. Elyoya Cyclone doesn't do much on the first attempt. Now the chase continues. Mirwin looking to get out, but he's knocked up against the wall. No chance. Fnatic putting the nails into this game and this series once again, like round one.
The clutch gets the ulti off, gets the redemption heal as well. Fnatic just outplaying KOI in the fight.
Is Razor caught out or not? Elyoya chose his fighters to come back to the replay, but the fear starts us off. Mickey gets a beautiful knockup. Jojo does nothing. Elyoya doesn't have an ulti. Not in a three-man from the weak side. King sets up MKOI to die. Jojo in the dirt for 45, and Fnatic are on a roll.
Fnatic are finding their fights, they're finding their skirmishes, and they're finding the weaknesses in MKOI's game plan. Finding everything that they need in that fight, and now more towers to go alongside it.
Mickey trying to bait out. He gets poked out by Super, but only enables Fnatic to open up the inner turret and bot. Elyoya is deep through the mid lane, so bottom is freestanding, free gold rather. An inhibitor go with it as well. It's gone from a 2k gold lead to 5, and Fnatic have an equal series in their eyes.
Game one, I sung the praises of Jojo and Elyoya and their coordination and execution.
Oh, and engage again, turning off the lights. Where can Mirwin go? He was the lead. Alvaro with a good engage. Low health bar. Mickey will die first, but they can't kill Oscar. He tanked up, but will survive. It's one for that attempt to dive, and still not enough from MKOI.
A nice defense from...
And for MKOI, now it feels like you got to start to focus on what is essentially going to become a best of 3. Engage, it's now.
Can they bring it? MKOI bring Alvaro at least first. Oscar in him with the zone into a Bellows breath. He gets knocked up and damage is good. He flashes away. Baron down, but an engage a shockwave. That slips by. And a great call forward. Got the feathers follow it as well. Fnatic played that to a T. Elyoya finally comes in, but way too late with a searing charge that sends him skyward. Monkey down. And Mirwin, although he can take one with him, it's a triple to upset. And Fnatic are just on form.
It felt like Jojo was CC'd for Infinity. That Infinity Edge did nothing for him in the fight as Fnatic land another beautiful combo and are looking to equalize the series.
And it was the drive-by from Poby. Razork's going after Super and just knocks 2 members of MKOI down as he goes for it.
It does feel like the clutch factor is winning games today. Much like yesterday, Fnatic are showing up, and we equalize in Madrid.
Plunk a tank into that top side, make it nice and simple. You still got decent engage. Actually going to be the Yorick, okay.
Engage.
Yeah. So very, very limited on the engage, essentially hoping that, look, there's enough...
Last sighting of that wave was pretty good for Oscarini.
Yeah, I mean, now it's quite awkward for Super, losing out on his flash, but Alvaro...
The roam is really good. A knock up from Elyoya as well. Razor takes a 1v2 as he now discovers Audacious Charge in, won't matter. Dredgeline and Super yoinks with electricity from afar. Flash, Proc, Winter's bite, unstoppable, not in time. Close to another kill, but Upset doesn't have the damage.
Early gank that goes so well for Fnatic, a team that has done this swap before, and Razork doesn't respect the swap from Alvaro.
Oh, Super.
Oh, the Pandas! Okay, he's all right.
He's able to just skirt away at the edge of death. The wave. My goodness, no mana on Oscar is really the saving grace.
I feel like the only thing that Super's confident in, the fact that he had red buff from the kill, that he can slowly heal this up and stay in EXP range.
Oh yeah. I see him on the minimap, making his way to top lane.
There's Lucian on the way as well. Upset, moving into position. Elioya will be seen on a ward shortly. Gets a scuttle. Oscar's though so deep. And with no mana, how do you get out of there? Super doesn't get the range on the zap, but he won't need it anyway. Knock into the air. And Fnatic, their game plan as Oscar flashes away. He's tumbling down. He heals up. Alvaro has to get out, but Elioya still takes down the enemy top laner. Alvaro running for his life. Upset gets one. Now the jump in is good, but Elioya, timing on the cooldowns, comes in clutch. 2 for 1 in the game so far for MKOI.
The biggest problem is for Super. He's just been...
We talked about the ability to pull triggers, having dragons and being able to force neutral objectives, I think is really important. The little pathmaker from Mirwin. The cats come out once again, sorry, pandas. And the wife is here now. So Oscar in and low on mana through Alvaro, it resets. He does not get stunned up, and Razork simply zoning out so the upset can get more gold. Meanwhile, all out on the bottom side. Pathmaker in, Oscar's dead. Mirwin puts one on the tally.
Mirwin gets one back, but it's the bottom lane for MKOI that are struggling to get to the lane.
Winter Spike comes through, stunned up as Alvaro, good engage. No, Razork pops his ulti first. Mega Inferno Bomb does nothing to Mickey, and Elioya thinks, hey, what can I add in? He's got a Cataclysm, doesn't bring it in. Super flashes away, gets over the wall, but now Jojo's in. His mana's a little bit low. I wonder, flag and drag in. Upset, now in harm's way, and still a concussive blow, or rather, a Cataclysm to come through. Jojo lucky to be alive. Razork, though, finds a re-entry. Mickey with an auto will die under the turret. We're going Chaos Incarnate. Razork has nothing to get out of dodge, and Elioya has it all. Dreadline max range, and Mirwin's here to claim the glory.
All 5 members of KOI find themselves in the top lane, and that's beautiful timing because the grubs are up for grabs as they convert.
Fnatic off the back of this, but honestly, Super is in a terrible position now.
Okay, well, let's see if it gets even worse from here. The 2 kills area that shouldn't be 2 kills up. Dreadline saving the day under turret. The dive going horribly. Mickey dies and Super does not. The save from Alvaro. These hooks are coming out of left field.
Beautiful play from Alvaro to keep his AD carry alive. They're trying to keep the minion wave away from the tower.
Razork ready, but a Dreadline in the way again. Razork will ulti, another turret shot almost takes him down. Upset's close to dying as well. Razork thinking about sending it, but Alvaro, wait, no minion wave. Dreadline, Mega Inferno Bomb. Alvaro is freaking crazy this game.
KOI are not slowing down. They're constantly looking for fights. They are outplaying Fnatic on the map. The gold lead now.
And with Dragon now spawned, MKOI can fight for pressure on bot, pressure in mid, and look to turn these first items into more kills.
Black and drag into a Dreadline. We start the fight again. Super's over the wall, free firing the 3-0-0. Here's a Mega Inferno Bomb. Does nothing because Razork is in the ulti. Cataclysm comes out, max range, so Mickey hits the perfect icebreaker. And that's how you get in a good social situation as Mirwin now into a cage, in trouble. The Maiden hitting from afar, so close. And there's the morning mist, but no cats up and available till now. Mirwin survives only if just.
Mirwin just barely getting out of harm's way. Remember, he did find a solo kill earlier, but just the power of Yorick in the extended fight. The Maiden doing some serious work. But my goodness, no. Fnatic at the very least getting a kill back, getting their hands on the Dragon, definitely alleviates some pressure as Elioya overstays his welcome.
But I mean, look, Alvaro keeps fishing. This is the point, over the wall. Pulls out the Warden's Wrath and gets a range while Oscar in is going deep. It's Mirwin rather who was proxying before, but Razork's on the right side of the map, slowed down with the wind becomes lightning. A flip back is nice. The all-out will surely be coming soon, but the wall too far. Pathmaker though, Razork still in trouble. That's Cassante. He runs in, Mirwin takes one. He shields out, flashed on, flips again. Wait, double Pathmaker. Cassante Mirwin truly is the organic father.
Yesterday belonged to Oscar Rinnan, but Mirwin says today is his day. In a 1v2, he nets the kills, he nets the Rift Herald, and nets MKOI this mid lane.
We've seen Mirwin have Cassante performances before, but with a 2 versus 1, such a massive outplay. The arena erupts as the mid tower falls.
Exactly, champions that fall off.
I mean, Mirwin, he's the Elden Lord, he's Thanos, he's every final boss combined. Fnatic are going to need all 5 members, I think, to even put a scratch on him. And that doesn't even take into account that you've got a Zeri with
so much control from MKOI, and as long as they can poke and push people back, they get their value.
Mickey, ulti, max range hits, connects, Winter's Bite turns into concussive blows. Jojo, 2 autos to go. He'll get stunned up. Double redemption, Mega Inferno Bomb misses. Winter's Bite does nothing this time. Oscar and TPs. There's another one though. Raid Boss is coming. Raid Boss is coming. Stretch line doesn't connect, but Mirwin has arrived. As you said, Atakan just spawned.
Control around this topside river, but Super being left exposed means that he will just pick up this mid-tier 2. Razork working with Chovy, but they're not going to be able to lock him down.
Beautiful sides.
But you talked about it earlier, like, Fnatic want to fight. And Vinny, how do they start a fight?
That's a great question.
They just don't have ways.
Right in the near future, you can tell that the pace is definitely slowed down as Fnatic realize that there's very little that they can look to try and force on the map right now. Fnatic might just have to give this one up.
Mirwin is going to start zone controlling. He's got to flip back. Oscar in dredge line, great. Again, the flip back there. The path maker into range of the whole team, and Oscar has to flash out. Yeah, Fnatic say, we'll just get bot turret. What else can we do? Atakan achieved. And this game feels like it's soon to be coming to a close.
Yeah, they can't even try and contest. They're just hoping that Poby can be some sort of win condition. The scaling can potentially be there, but
oh my god, on the edge of Vision, Oscarinen gets nuked, gets Thunderdomed. Fnatic for the turret, it's not going to be a clean trade at all.
Now, Oscarinen goes down, but it may be more as Mickey has to try and escape, manages to get away. But honestly now, Elyoya, no, maybe a window for Fnatic, but it's a very, very small one. Razork.
Okay, the flank's nice. Flashes, doesn't do much to Jojo though, but the culling into the corner gets a shutdown. Now something onto the tanky Cassandre, but Mirwin's going to take a while to die. The all-out over the wall. Razork has no ulti to buy time. Mirwin again, a problem, gets the flip on all pathmakers in, and the raid boss stands tall. Flash again onto Upset. He's just out of range. It'll simply be a double for Upset. But Mirwin refuses to die.
The mid laner, and they just can't get through the rest of the lineup. And now it's MKOI picking up more. Fnatic trying to teeter more of that gold into Poby, but I just don't think it's enough. The issue's going to stem from now we get Super and Mirwin collapsing onto Oscarinen in the bottom side. Can he get out of here?
Going to back in place, not seen by the ward. Super comes in over the wall, stops it now. A Maiden is not going to make it a fair fight, even if this was Super by himself. The damage is too much. An easy kill picked up.
Still, firmly, so much stronger than Fnatic.
Yeah, I think it's things like the Lord Dominance Regard being completed, but Oscarinen.
Oh, here we go again. Look at the path maker, true damage. Oscar with the Maiden can't do anything, flushes away, but Jojo's here to dunk down and take the rewards. Oscar 0-6.
What MKOI's plan of attack here is, with the resets coming through, I mean, MKOI would get it tier 2, but I thought that'd be the signal to all hands on deck. We're going for the juggler.
Spike connects, Culling comes through, Jojo flashes away. Culling also escaped from a minefield placed out, but it's going to be sold, claimed regardless. Flashes don't matter when they're engaged, it's simply a Brom. MKOI, the nails continue piling up. It's Elder next. If Fnatic can get a flip there.
Yeah, Upset, he's got his IE now. Maybe he can do some work,
Jojo,
but...
face checking, Mickey flashes in, gets the exhaust. Jojo gets out with the stats charge, Mega Inferno Bomb does damage. Oscar here with the main, but Mirwin shows up and they say no. Mickey takes a wild chunk from Elyoya, who gets Cataclysm over the wall, Culling at melee range. Elyoya manages to get out of Super, joins in as well. Poby now there with the Chaos Storm, but on top of himself, doesn't do too much. They were fearing the dive, the jumpers. Meanwhile, another target found. Mirwin brings him in to get kissed by the whole MKOI lineup.
That should be everything that KOI need to secure this Baron and close this game out. You could see how KOI looking to take match point.
And now from 5 to 8 to 9 almost. Yeah, there it is. Like MKOI finally found the trigger that they needed. We were, quantifying like when is it finally going to happen. Mickey face checking. Oh no! The wall centered his own team. And Super gets a freebie. With this Baron in 3 lanes as Jojo resumes top. Flash from Razork misses the engage. Bit of a whip, but finally onto Elyoya. They're going to get him into GA. That's nice, but look at the damage and response. Mirwin here on the side. The GA, will it be punished? No. Mirwin keeps him in place in the Thunderdome for the time being. Mirwin not stunned up. He gets a shield, gets to an ally. Chaos Storm does his damage. Stretch line in again. Another good engage. A double for Super off the wing. A third goes down. MKOI the victory march to try and get this series tied up.
Fnatic tried everything to get the early lead, but it was Alvaro's hook, it was Elyoya in position, it was MKOI fighting back, and now they will push forward to match point.
This Madrid win rate is getting extreme. This series win rate is unbelievable, and Movistar KOI are one win away from playing a summer final.
Look, you think you spin your hammer above the head and then you just knock someone away.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Fnatic
Okay.
win. But you know what I don't like?
No! I feel like
My
taking that away
first
was
thought
important.
is Elyoya once again looking for an early gank.
Yep. And he's going to find an easy angle, isn't he? Oscar Renan has done the damage, but to find a kill here is going to be hard. The chomp onto a minion instead. He's dead. Tries to deal with the wave. First blood to the dog.
And quite frankly, that
Longsword,
is...
they may be looking for the fight, and with Mickey somewhat low, and there's no wards, that could be it.
Look towards mid. Poby, good chain as well. Gets a combo in after the claws. Low minion health bars. We look towards the engaging bot. Cleanse comes out. There, Bradlock now shows himself onto Alvaro. He's in death's grasp, but Mickey dies first. Flush away, Upset's going to die too. Bradlock couldn't finish the kill, and under turret, close to being a third. This early game is a disaster for Fnatic. And meanwhile, the lightning doesn't hit from afar, and Elyoya's going in deep. This back from Razork. It's going to be delayed a little bit by Razork. Takes his jungle. Oscar in, I believe, took a turret shot.
On this way, the fact that Oscar in the side lane is going to be very difficult for this Sion to deal with.
But Desmanic smash and ulti, melee range, Merlin. He
Not
doesn't
difficult
even
right
try
now.
for that solo
Not the
kill.
series. MKOI lead the series with match point. And now with a 2K gold lead, 7.5 minutes in.
Oh, engage, a pinch. Mickey's coming in as well. Steadfast presence, two-shot barrage. Alvaro, though, does so much work. Mickey kites away. There's going to be a realm war for Jojo to get his support out. And only him. Everyone up around.
Well, kind of the matchups across the board not really going their way, right? The only one who seems to be working is Poby, who is getting some good work done with Super now.
Trouble waiting again for the poke to come out. The flash from Mickey behind his support. Beautiful flash. Mickey clutched at being the body in the way, and Super came close to averting expectation. The spike comes in meanwhile. The fight continues over at the Grubs, and Razork has done good work. It was actually MKOI to get the Grubs in the end, but Razork's bought time. The ulti out, avoided by Elyoya. Now a fresh target. Mickey with the Zenith Blade. One goes down, it's Alvaro. A trade as Elyoya gets over the wall. He then reignites onto Mickey with his ulti. Dodges the hail of arrows. One Dark and Dagger out. A second, and almost gets the trade. But then Jojo fixes the deal. A double kill over as Poby runs his way out, and Grubs will stay standing.
Game has been. And
Spiraling despair.
hang on a
Realm
minute.
Warp, hang on. Jojo, he's out.
Oh!
He's gone.
a solo kill for Poby. As we were just discussing.
Mickey does launch an ulti, and meanwhile Elyoya is getting dragon. So for MKOI, this is a good position. Despite them losing out of the solo kill. Oscar ignites interrupt. Mirwin gets the ulti though, and in melee range, Oscar's still in trouble. Desmanic smash dodged away, but here comes the dive. Elyoya's going to send it in. The Neferi forces a flash, and that might be enough. Mirwin's able to tank up and get out alive, as well as Poby keep his verdict. Sets up something for top lane. Fnatic have a chance. Good fear. Jojo the target again, but Razork was rooted and disrupted. That dive looked bogus in the end.
Poby chooses on the top side as both AD carries meet in mid. Now Oscar on the bot side of the map. This is the very scary thing about Mirwin TPing away.
In trouble, waiting for that W once again. Elyoya can't dive in. As you said, Oscar's getting time with the turret, so a plus for Fnatic. But there is a Herald up in this top lane. MKOI have control, thanks to the Sion, thanks to what mid's going to become with Super getting the wave clear and able to step up with his jungle nearby. I thought it would be started. In fact, it's Razork that starts it instead. Elyoya is going towards bot.
I mean, I think that the fact that KOI committed so many members, Oscar, I think he's going to die.
He is just going to
Can he
run
get the
in,
kill back, though?
subjugate into Jojo. Good damage here, running out of mana, but Chop doesn't cost much. Now going to take on Elyoya, but it's just a little bit too far. A close call. Jojo kill number 4, and Herald going to be taken for Razork in the meantime.
So that brief interaction
Hit
is
them with the arrows, try and force them back, make them work for every inch that they manage to take. But it'll be Rift Herald first, just to plunk down in the mid.
Recharge, okay. 1300 the lead. Herald gets angry, but Shelly goes bye-bye. Now Elyoya moving into position. Mickey Zenith Blade just out of range. A W just in case from Elyoya as the pack mates increase.
The game is becoming more tense. Oh, that's a TP.
They are committing. They're saying, forget the Drake. Let's go kill Oscar Renan again. This is just like the Yorick game. Kill him once, kill him twice, Kill him a third time. Hell, let's make it 4. Oscar Rinnan must die.
They're doing everything in their power to limit his impact in the game. As gold continues to be invested into Mirwin, a top tower is going to be secured for MKOI as well. They know they don't need to contest this dragon. It's a small victory for Fnatic. As KOI continues to run the reins on this game, an objective will fall in their favor as Jojo continues to get stronger. 5-1-0 now, the MKOI mid lane.
Jojo's terrifying. He is a big old rise, and Mickey trying to see if he can get on to him, but...
All flare dodge, Jojo, fancy feet. This guy, obviously been watching a bit of MJ before the show, is again steps away. Look, man, I know, I've seen bad as well, and Jojo, he playing damn good with it. Mickey gets poked out, MKOI get full control of top side.
Ult, and then left.
I think they're a bit worried about the collapse from MKOI, but Alvaro has no hope.
Okay, well, he lost his flash before, so this one's a lot better, gents. Fnatic get a kill finally after Mickey's been trying his damn hardest. Razork was here before, that was not a good look. Jojo,
the ultimate does so much work for the man
the time
at the top.
he needs.
Okay, again, and the poke from Chovy to add in as well. Atakan is going to debuff MKOI. Teleport from Oscar Rinnan. 1-for-1 for the TPs now eventually with this objective, but they're hitting it away. Keep it verdict. Beautiful. Doesn't hold Atakan. Solar Flare onto Jojo and top. Zenith played as well. The pinch together from Chovy. The range fantastic. The MKOI ulti, not too much done. The pillar forces the flash. And meanwhile, Fnatic are healthy. Upset kills Alvaro. Treebeard is down at 3K, 2K. Elyoya getting sent away. No steal. And the yoink from Fnatic was freaking damn clean. Pillar out again. Decimating smash. Razork. Sneaky, sneaky. He's not going to get caught out.
Jojo sneaky, sneaky. Look at the mid lane. Jojo is just pushing through, looking for the tower. So keeping the pressure up. Fnatic needs to back away, and MKOI don't want to let them.
Razork in the end, not acquired. Mickey slow baiting in. Razork getting hit away against the wall. Steadfast presence. Elyoya flushes out. Look at the blinking health bars. Super wants to kill, but he has no true shot barrage. Upset loses himself the shield. As you said, Jojo's going to get a turret out of it, but Atakan for Fnatic is still a threat.
As the Trundle arrives and creates chaos in the midst of the pit. The connect from Upset. Elyoya can't really contribute much to the fight. And Alvaro falls.
He can pick up for Oscar, and when we're talking about his side laning, left alone for a while with his TP up, that's dangerous. As Alvaro, speaking of danger, presents himself next to a wall, waiting for the pillar. He will not escape. Realm Warp in vain. Upset picks up the kill, and Fnatic have numbers.
They're trying to keep it going. Elyoya going to try and redirect himself to the bot side with the rest of his squad, and Jojo flanks.
Mirwin thinking about an ulti, TP's in at 8k, half the HP, disengaged, Razork misses, Mirwin pops an ulti beautifully, Dennis played in, Mickey flashes over the wall, it's chaos, Jojo playing on it as well, he's spreading to everyone, Fnatic are throwing round Baron, Fnatic are throwing round Baron, it's 3k, it's leash, it's free, and Fnatic just lost their chances at game 5 around a freaking Baron.
MKOI disassemble Fnatic around the Baron. They're attacking on multiple fronts. Jojo chipping away at the HP bars. Beautiful use of the ulti from Mirwin. Mickey.
All of the players he needed to in the back, getting as much.
Super not to be missed as well. 8,500. This Baron sieges everything, and Fnatic have to find a miracle to recover what was lost. A beautiful fight from Movistar KOI. Once again in their home arena, it just feels like they seem to be inevitable again.
KOI, I was worried because they had such a good early game, but things were starting to slip. It felt like Fnatic were finding good fights with the comp that they've drafted. But just like that, they cement themselves, and so much credit needs to be given to this man in the mid lane. Super right alongside him, dishing out the damage that his team needs.
Caught out though, Solar Flare, it's a pick, and Jojo taking a while to die though, that means Spiraling Spear doesn't do the damage. It's just what Movistar KOI want. They've snapped on him, Jojo's out, chains miss, and Mirwin is unkillable again. Super goes over the wall, maybe too far, but who's gonna punish him? Fnatic's base is burning again.
Jojo will not die, and it feels like MKOI will not lose in Madrid as they step forward once more into the base of Fnatic.
11,000 gold, Baron minions in, 2 inhibitors about to be falling. Razork has a target on Elyoya, but Fnatic need to pick, not choose. MKOI have 3 top, 1 in bot. All the base keeps rolling. The longer Fnatic are in with indecision, the worse it's going to get. Upset has a shield. That saves his life from the decimating smash, but triple inhibitor. True shot barrage. Chovy doesn't get hit. He doesn't do too much, but the wave clear needed desperately. Upset by himself. Runs into Mew and gives him a free smash into the dirt. Mew would prove this series who the real boss is. A solar flare comes through, and Movistar KOI can work their magic on the turret. The Kings of Madrid will not be usurped. They have a date with G2 in the final once again. Our spring champion had the buff in España. Vámonos as once again. G2 be wary.